Hi, just a quick video on this stuff. Ideal to keep in your survival kit. Potassium permanganate. You can use this for several uses in your survival bag. You can use it for first aid treatment. You can use it for purifying water. You can use it for treating fungal infections, and you can also use it for something that's really cool, and that's chemically starting a fire with the chemical reaction. For treating water, you got to follow 3 steps really. The first step is to filter the water you're going to treat, because certain algae or chemicals in the water may affect how well this purifies the water. So if you filter it first through a charcoal filter, which I made in one of my previous videos, you can get the water safe to treat. And then you need either a clear or a large open container, because you judge the dilution by visual identification to judge for yourself if you've got the right dosage in the water. The general rule is 3 to 4 of the small crystals to 1 litre of water, and what you're aiming for is a very light pink colour. There is a saying with this stuff: if it's pink you can drink. So just remember that, and you won't go far wrong, because if you're diluting it to a dark purple and you start drinking that, you're going to make yourself ill over time. With the first aid treatment, exactly the same. You just dilute it with water, a few crystals, and you go by the colour. Like foot fungus, you could treat. You could soak your feet in the solution. And yeah, when it comes to the fire lighting, you obviously need the potassium permanganate and another chemical called Glycerol, which is basically just a form of sugar alcohol. I've got here some cotton wool as tinder, and I've put a generous pinch just for the video. You don't really need a lot, but the chemical reaction between the Glycerol and the potassium permanganate is quite vigorous. You don't need a lot, just a few drops. It does take a bit of time to react, so I want to put it on there while I'm still talking to you, otherwise we could be here for a few seconds and you'll think I'm a liar. So yeah, we just wait for the reaction to happen. You'll be quite impressed. This is an ideal way to start a fire in a survival situation. I find it quite helpful, especially in a damp condition where it's a chemical reaction. As long as you've got a dry tinder, you're definitely going to get a fire. So you can already see it fizzing and crackling. The first sign it's about to go up will be some wisps of white smoke coming off, and then you know you're a second or 2 away from the flame. But it's a really cool way to start a fire, and like I say, it's an excellent thing to keep in your bug out bag or your survival kit, because you have got the advantage of using it to treat water and for first aid. So it is a really good thing to keep in your bag. But obviously, if you're keeping the Glycerol and potassium permanganate in your bag together, make sure they're in really good sealed containers, well apart in the bag, because if they meet each other, you could be in for your kit going up in flames. So there you go. That's potassium permanganate, and that's another video done. Thanks very much.